Yeah, so welcome to Foreigner in the Philippines. So there's another email. So dear Terence and Beth, I am Jeremy. I'm married my American husband for 5 years now. He is really a good provider. He supports my family also for 15,000 a month.
Oh,
I have
so
no
it's a long distance relationship.
I have no they've been together now. I have no problem unless he is angry and hit me with his shoes or throwing his phones to me.
What?
It happened very seldom.
So read that again.
Dear Terence and Beth, I am Jeremy. I married my American husband for 5 years. He is really a good provider. He also supports my family.
I meant the bit about the shoe, not the whole thing.
I'm just gonna go back. He supports my family also for 15,000 a month. I have no problem unless he is angry and hit me with his shoes or throwing his phones to me.
His shoes?
Yeah. It happens also very seldom. But the worst is when he saw me talking to my guy classmates and laughing. On the way home, he is very silent, and when we are in the room, he punched me very hard where I could see some fireflies, that's the night, right? And told me, don't make me dumb.
Don't make me what?
Dumb.
Damn.
I told him there's nothing on that. I was shocked and cried, and then he left and came home early morning drunk. He didn't speak to me for 3 days, and after 3 days, he already back to being sweet and give me some money for shopping, brought us in a trip to a resort and stayed there for 5 days, and even my family during the time told me I was very lucky woman. I have a husband like him. But they didn't know what really happened behind the smile. I'm scared on him anymore. What will he gonna do next? Please, I need to hear your thoughts.
If you want my gut reaction, my immediate gut reaction is you should leave that man because he'll kill you.
You don't know that.
Now, you can tell your view and I'll tell mine, but you won't contradict me and I won't contradict you.
Okay, tell that first.
The thing is that statistically, verbal abuse will eventually lead, especially if he has problems of managing his anger, which he evidently does. But the cycle of action that you have told us about is typical of you being a battered wife. You are a battered wife, right? If you have downplayed, which is probable, you probably downplayed that you said he punched you. Sounds like one punch. I don't know anybody that does one punch, especially if he's got anger management problems. Now, the writing is on the wall, if you understand that, means what the indication is there that it will get worse. It cannot do other than get worse. If he doesn't get help, and I'm really serious, this is the most serious request for help and advice that we've ever had, and it will get worse. It can only get worse if he doesn't get help. So he has to get help, and the cycle that you described was he got jealous, he misinterpreted you laughing, you weren't hugging or holding hands with the man that was your classmate. You were doing something that was fairly normal, right? He misinterpreted that to be much more serious. You tried to tell him that it was not serious. You tried to tell him the reality, but he didn't listen. He contained his anger. This is what you should be looking at. He contained his anger till you got home. In other words, he knows what he's doing is wrong. If he didn't think it was even wrong, he would have smacked you there and then. He would have got you in the car and he would have done it. But he didn't. Let me finish. I'm nearly finished. He didn't. He contained his anger till you got home. And then he punched you. That was an escalation from just whacking you with his shoes, which is bad enough. Right, so afterwards he was filled with remorse and tried to make good on his actions. And that is someone who is, that statistically, research has shown that this is the cycle. You know, the loss of temper, the acting on it, initially verbal abuse, then into violence, and then trying to make amends. Sorry, it's all been done before. It's all been done before. And if you allow it to go without help, it could get very, very serious. It really worries me. What you've said really worries me. Beth, do your thing.
Yeah, so so I'm very sorry for it's very hard letter. So for me, ma'am, this is one thing that Terrence and I talked last night. It's the other night. Remember when you said to me that the man is betraying the woman, right? And then the daughter asked the mother.
Are we talking about a hypothetical case?
Yeah, hypothetical case. The daughter. Remember when you said to me the daughter asked the mother, why you didn't leave him?
Oh, that was a movie.
Yeah, that's okay. That's the movie.
That was a
and then the woman said, because I don't want to leave him for the one mistake, because he did a lot of good thing, right?
That was a movie called The Vow, in which the daughter finds out that her best friend had an affair with her father, and she confronted her mother and said, how could you stay with him? He betrayed you with my friend. We've got a madman trying to overtake. So the mother said, I decided to stay with him for all of the good things that he did, rather than leave him for the one bad thing that he did.
Yeah, but in your case, ma'am, it's a bit scary, but how about you go for what do you call that, anger management,
Yes, anger management.
Anger management, yeah. Anger management, where your husband go there, and then tell your husband that I'm scared of you. But when you do that, you tell that with other people. When your family is there, open up. Don't tell that to your husband, that just the two of you, because there's something happen.
Might trigger him.
Yeah, might trigger them. So talk to your husband with that kind of on that situations with a lot of people, and tell to your husband, look, I'm scared of you. I don't know when is the next time that you're gonna burst out, and then how I don't want to leave you. I don't want to leave you. I don't want to broken this family, but I need you to undergo anger management, or we go for what do you call that, when husband and wife goes counseling.
That would be anger management.
Yeah,
he's the one that needs the counseling.
Yes, so tell that to your husband that you need the counseling because I'm scared of you. You just suddenly burst out of nowhere. You're jealous of something, and there's different kinds of abuses, verbal, physical, mental. On your case, ma'am, you tell him, look, it's physical, and there's also a lot of cases where wife being killed. I think there's weeks ago in Manila, somewhere in Pampanga, I'm not sure, but somewhere in Manila, a woman was being put in the drum.
Well, we don't need to go into that.
Yeah,
darling.
but it's a foreigner, so it's the same situations with her. That's why she's scared.
We're trying to give her some advice, which is practical.
That's the reasons why I said to you, if I on my case, instead of leaving right away with the husband, it might be resolved by doing a counseling, by doing the management, anger management.
I already said that.
Because as you said, he's a good provider, and then he support your family of 15,000 a month. So of course, when you do the deciding of leaving your husband, it will affect the whole thing. It will affect your kids. It will affect your family, you know. So if your husband is very good to your family, then your family also will be hurt, you know, of what happened between you and your husband. But at the end of the day, it's your decision, ma'am, to make sure that you are safe, to make sure that it will, you know, that there's no horror thing happen at the end, you know. So that's another thing about it. Correct? I'm correct now, right?
You need to do something, and you need to do it now.
Do it now.
I'm not too sure. I'm not in total agreement with what Beth says about you should confront him when the family is there, because if you confront him when the family is there, you could. This is not a man that is confronting what his problem is. So, you know, if you trigger him while he's there, he may consider that to be the same kind of betrayal. Listen to me. As when you were laughing with somebody else. If you lay out it's like a shaming job. I would suggest that you wait for a very calm moment when you are loving, which you have described situations like that where he has been very loving, and say, listen, I really need to talk to you because the other incident where you punched me has really made me scared of you. And you do that at the moment when you are bonded the best. Okay? That would be my thought.
That's correct. That's my thought also.
Okay, please would you keep in touch with us?
You know?
Keep in touch, please. You can always do the personal message on Messenger. Rather than Facebook, we're easy to find, and we're always here to give whatever help we can.
Yeah, so ma'am, as Terence and I said, you know, better if you're gonna tell your husband now, you know, because you really don't know what will be the next. Maybe she's gonna use
Right.
knife.
You need to tread carefully.
Yeah, so best wishes, ma'am, and good luck. Have a great day and God bless. Bye-bye.